Friends of the channel, Eric Debunks, High CHD, and Otterly Noah were recently called out on EFAP. I don't know what the correct parlance is. Fapped? Jerked off? I don't know. The point is, those three creators got an EFAP video made about them, specifically about their responses to the Critical Drinker Predator Badlands video, and I saw Eric's quick response to their video where he makes the point that EFAP seems to have left out a very specific YouTuber who calls out the Critical Drinker and one who just so happens to also have a response to Drinker's Predator Badlands video. Eric makes the point that it seems suspicious that everyone that made the video is significantly smaller than EFAP and that because I'm bigger than them, they're steering clear of me.
And the last thing I want to address is the lack of a reaction to the Birdman's video, where the Birdman shares almost every single opinion that I have, maybe Noah's as well, but for sure my opinions on the Critical Drinker's content. He goes in and he absolutely demolishes and destroys Critical Drinker. We all took our swings. He swung really big and they're ignoring it. And the reason why they're doing that, and this is a big red flag here, is because the Birdman has more than double the amount of subscribers they have. And his video has 111,000 views in 5 days. Even though we share all of those things, you ignored his video because you can't punch down. You need your viewers to believe that it's a bunch of fringe channels, smaller channels going after Critical Drinker that don't know what they're talking about. The minute you talk about a channel larger than you, with more views on their videos than you have, saying the same things that we're saying, then it's not the content that we're providing that is the issue here. It's that it's us saying it. That's the issue.
This isn't necessarily my position, as I don't know what to think, but Eric is my guy, so I lean more towards giving him the benefit of the doubt, as he hasn't steered me wrong yet. So I decided to take a look-see, as I'd never watch EFAP, mainly because I have better things to do with my time, and these guys are notoriously long-winded. I am a content creator myself, after all. But I wanted to see what Eric was talking about for myself, so I went to check the video, only to immediately get distracted by the comment section. Once again, for a video that isn't even about me, I seem to be the talk of the town. And look, I get it. I have become a name in this space, so people want to see me taken down. That makes sense to me. Everyone wants to see if the challenger that has been knocking people out can take on the champion. It's compelling. But it is annoying that in order to do that, people have to mischaracterize me and blatantly lie. Like this guy who says Birdman is EFAP's #1 hater. I have literally never made a video about EFAP. As I said earlier, I don't even watch this stuff. But that's the kind of thing that's being said in this comment section. The response to that comment isn't any better. I mean, he says that I need Drinker and Mauler to get any traction on my videos. I can understand the Drinker part. It's wrong, but I can understand why someone that doesn't know what they're talking about would say that. But I need Mauler? I literally have never made a video about Mauler. I don't even watch Mauler. The closest you could say is the short I made laughing at Drinker and Mauler's incorrect prediction that Superman wouldn't pass $600 million, but that was a short with no voiceover and was clipped from a larger video I'd made specifically about the Drinker, who was the target of the critique in that video. I mean, look at the title. As you can see, I don't give a shit about Mauler. He is irrelevant to me. Sure, he's cohorts with some of the worst people on the internet, but that doesn't make him a bad person necessarily. Could he be a piece of shit? Maybe, but I wouldn't know because I don't watch him. My goal is to cut the head off the snake, and right now, that's creators like Nerdrotic and the Critical Drinker. You prove to people why they shouldn't watch these creators. That has a profound effect on those trying to be just like them. You can't grow tomatoes if the soil is salted. Anyway, here's another comment about someone wishing someone else owns me. Isn't it funny how these people won't pick up a microphone and do it themselves? I always find it interesting that people need someone else to do their dirty work for them. Under that comment is a very obvious alt account. Let's call him Sparky, spreading the lie that my channel was dying a year ago. Well, let's fact check that claim. Sparky starts off by saying about 7 years ago, my videos had millions of views, and that prior to uploading my drinker video, I was only getting about 25 to 30,000 views a video. We are already starting off with a lie. I have literally one video that has millions of views, and that's my Harry Potter compilation video that I uploaded 3 years ago. It's the only video I have that has millions of views. The next largest video is a 6-year-old video that only has 1.5 million views. What's interesting about that video is it's the first video I ever got 1 million views for, and I very specifically timestamped that achievement with the pinned comment. Very obviously not 7 years ago, and it happened 2 years after the video was uploaded, meaning for 2 years that video was nowhere near 1 million views. My next largest video and very last of the million view club is my Into the Spider-Verse video. Again, not millions of views and less than 7 years old. And you might be thinking, well, what's the difference between 6 and 7? Well, 7 years ago is when I started taking on CinemaSins. It's a very specific timeline. I have videographic evidence that while I was making those videos, they weren't getting anywhere close to the views I get today, and that those videos gained their views over time. My videos have very, very long legs, in other words. Now, back to my view counts. Fortunately, YouTube is structured in a way that it is easy to count the videos on someone's channel, as they are arranged in a 4 videos per row structure. At least on PC. So for every row, just add 4. Since Sparky and friends seem to think that the Critical Drinker is the new barometer for my success, let's go down the rows until we get to my first video on the Critical Drinker and then count up how many CinemaSins videos are above it in views. Wow, that was quick. It only took until we got to the 7th row. In other words, the video I made on the Drinker is the 26th most popular video on my entire channel. 26th. Guys, I have 900 videos. In case this isn't making sense to you, the Drinker video was viewed more than 98% of the videos I've ever uploaded, and this includes the vast majority of CinemaSins videos I made. You see, those million view videos I have were me punching way above my weight and getting lucky, frankly. The vast majority of my most popular content is around the 100,000 to 400,000 view range. Here, I'll prove it. We are currently in the 7th row, and let's scroll until we see another Exposing the Grift video. Here we are, the 17th row, with my second most popular Exposing the Grift video being the 68th most popular video on my channel overall. As you just saw, the majority of those videos we scrolled past released about 5 to 7 years ago, definitively proving that the bulk of my work against CinemaSins has been about 400,000 views or less. Let's keep scrolling until we get to the next Exposing the Grift video. We are now at the 20th row, and now the Exposing the Grift series is becoming a little more prevalent in the rows. Let's keep scrolling. We are now at the 30th row, or my 120th most popular video, which was a CinemaSins video I released 6 years ago about Wonder Woman. As you can see, this video has about 200,000 views on it, and you might also notice that I told you earlier that I have 900 videos publicly available on my channel. We're already in the 200,000 view range, and there are 780 more videos, or over 190 more rows to go. The point of all of this is that no, my channel was not dying. The views I get on the Exposing the Grift series are right in line with what I've always gotten on this channel. Maybe I come off a bit larger than life, but I've always been a 100,000 to 400,000 view channel. It is true that my first video on the Drinker was very popular, but it was also more popular than 98% of everything I've ever uploaded. And if the argument is that the time frame before I uploaded that video my views were down, again, this isn't true. Sparky here says I was getting 25 to 30,000 views per video. I think Sparky has forgotten, but the Drinker video wasn't the first in the Exposing the Grift series. This was. And as you can see, it got the number of views I usually get. My Did It Suck series has always been roughly these number of views. Hell, this is my most popular Did It Suck video. For whatever reason, Dune Part 2 and -1 just didn't resonate with the people. Could be the thumbnails, who knows. Again, this is not 20,000 views, and these view counts for me are very normal, as you can see from these very old videos that got similar numbers. The CinemaSins video before that one, right in my wheelhouse. You see, this is what doing your due diligence looks like. What Sparky did was look at my most popular videos, see that I have 3 videos with at least 1 million views, and forgot to check the other 896 videos on my channel. This would be like if I clicked on EFAP's channel, saw they had a 1.4 million view video, and then conclude that because their latest videos don't get anywhere close to that, some of them hilariously so, that EFAP is dying. But that would be stupid, right? Then Sparky goes on to talk about how I began releasing middling videos getting middling views only to then decide to make another drinker video pulling in hundreds of thousands of views. Another factual inaccuracy. First of all, I said in the very first Exposing the Grift video that this was a new series. Ladies and gentlemen, this is bullshit. This is one of the many nonsensical deflections made by people like this to distract you from the fact that they're too pussy to admit they're racist. Which is strange given Twitter now allows racism of all kinds. Perhaps this parrot is under some sort of illusion that they will amount to anything more than a troll on the internet and is afraid for his future prospects. Perhaps that's why he's committed to the grift and is trying to build a following with it, which is one of the easiest things to do in 2024. But it's no coincidence that he is an acolyte of geeks and gamers, one of the laziest and hilariously bad at his job grifters in this space. This is a new series, one that I've been meaning to make for a long time. Grifters have overrun internet media discourse, and their parrots are only growing in numbers, spreading bad terminology and false narratives. See, I did say that. This meant that it was always meant to be multiple videos, because that's what series means. After I released the drinker video, I made Red as a companion piece to that video, and no, I will not be elaborating on the meaning of that video here. Nice try, my audience. I then did another Did It Suck video, which, as we discussed earlier, got about the same number of views I've always gotten in that series. I then go on to release 25 videos before my next drinker video, 11 of which got over 100,000 views, 4 of which got over 200,000 views. So where are all the middling videos with all the middling views, Sparky? Because if we applied that same logic to a channel that criticizes other people that you like, oh, I don't know, EFAP, the last time they got a video with even 100,000 views was 3 months ago. And that's no shot at them. Getting 100,000 views is hard, but I had 11 of those in the time frame you claim my channel was dying. So we have to be consistent, right? And the last thing I wanted to address from Sparky is that I lowered myself to being a drama YouTuber, the implication being that my criticism of grifters has made me a drama channel. And I have to scratch my head because haven't I been criticizing CinemaSins for the past 7 years? How is the Exposing the Grift series materially different than the Everything Wrong with CinemaSins series? I'm asking my own audience this question too, because people seem to think these series are different. To me, they're exactly the same. Calling out people for lying, manipulating, and misunderstanding media while providing rebuttal and education on these topics in the process. I think people may think these are different because they assume that CinemaSins is a joke channel, but if you actually watched my CinemaSins videos, you will see that I show they are not joking over and over, using CinemaSins' own words to prove that point. So what's the difference? Why haven't I been a drama channel for the past 8 years? Is it because I'm now criticizing people you like, Sparky? And lastly, I would like to tackle one more liar, fortunately, in the same comment thread. This person, let's call him Sparky2, that's TWO, not TOO, but I suppose either works, states that I love to go after smaller YouTubers, bragging about my subscribers and how anyone that doesn't have over 1 million subscribers shouldn't have an opinion because their existence is worthless. Now, does that sound anything like me? Wouldn't that literally mean that my existence is worthless too? These fucking people. And which is it? Am I the clout chaser that Sparky1 called me? Or do I only go after smaller YouTubers and shit on them for not achieving something I haven't achieved myself? These people. He also finds it strange that I use people's history and own words against them in my videos, which I find strange. Often people come to me and say, "Birdman, do you have any proof that so-and-so is a racist?" Only now people are getting mad at me for providing that very evidence. I literally cannot win. Anyway, perhaps this will be a new subseries where I tackle the followers of grifters. I've been mulling over this idea for a long time, what with maulers and drinkers subreddits showering me with love. These people spread lies about me because I tell the truth about the people they follow. Oh, and if EFAP does decide to respond to my Badlands video, or any of my videos for that matter, keep in mind what Dom told Sean when he said this ain't no 10-second race.
I got nothing but time.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it